Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright, so let's continue. Question 31. A man can take 12 hours to do a piece of work. How long will it take 6 men working at the same rate to do the work? So let's see. One man spends what? 12 hours to complete a piece of work. Now, what if it is given to 6 men? How long will they complete the same piece of work? So it is very, very obvious and very, very trivial here that if you give one man the same piece of work, he spent what? 12 hours, right? But this time around, I'm giving the piece of work to 6 men. How long will they complete the piece of work? Which means the time will reduce. So this time around, we have indirect proportion. So the increase in one quantity affects the decrease in the other quantity. The increase in one quantity affects the decrease in the other quantity. So this time around, with this question, the time will reduce. So now let's see how best we can solve it. So I can using simple proportion. So I'm using simple proportion here. So I have one man is to 12 hours, or let me take it as one man, sorry, one man is to 6 men. Yes. Eventually, we have to have the same unit. So one man is to 6 men. Then we have one man corresponds to 12 hours. So 12 hours is to x hours. So I'm forming my simple proportion here. So one man is to 6 men. So this can cancel that, right? Fractions, don't forget that fractions, they have the same unit so that they can cancel out, right? Then here is 12 hours is to x hours, right? So that's my simple proportion here. Now, since it's an indirect proportion, what do? We have to what? Interchange the positions of the second ratio. So we interchange, which means that the 12 hours, in place of the 12 hours, I substitute x hours. Then in place of the x hours, I substitute 12 hours. So now let's proceed. I have 1 is to 6. So let's assume that I've cancelled that is equal to x is to 12. Now I can use my extreme mean. So I have x is to 12. So extreme, I have extreme. Then this one is my mean. So 1 times 12 is equal to 6 times x. So 1 times 12, I obtain 12 equals 6 times x, I obtain 6x. What can we do? We divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 6. Now when we obtain, we get x being equal to 2. So I can say that hence 6 men will use 2 hours to complete the piece of work. Right. So this time around, hence 6 men will use 2 hours to complete the piece of work. So now let's proceed to question 32. So question 32. Convert 12.03 meters to centimeters. So now what can we say? The relationship between centimeters and meters is 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. Right. So 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So if I have 12.03 meters, what can I say? It will be equal to x centimeters, right? So you can cross multiply. So I have x times 1 is equal to 100 times 12.03. So x times 1 half x equals 100 times 12.03. We are multiplying the decimal number by 100. So the decimal point will shift to the right, irrespective to the number of zeros present. How many zeros present? 2. So it will shift 2 times to the right. So to shift to the right, 1, 2. So I have 1203. So 1203 centimeters, which is 1,203. So therefore, 12.03 meters is equal to 1,203 centimeters. So this is option 1,203, which is option C for cat. So question 31 was option C, also option C for cat, which means we have 2 hours, right? So option C for cat, and this one too is option C for cat. So let's proceed to question 33. All right, question 33. A quadrilateral with one pair of opposite sides is called A kite, B, rectangle, C, square, D, trapezium. So now let's see. Let's see for kite. Let's analyze the possible answers given. So we have kite. This is a kite. Two pairs of adjacent sides equal, right? So I can say that two pairs of opposite adjacent sides equal. So two pairs of adjacent sides equal. Sorry for the opposite. So two pairs of adjacent sides equal. So that's the adjacent of sides. So they are paired, which means two, right? Two pairs of adjacent sides equal. There is no line in parallel here. Now let's see B, rectangle. Rectangle, we have rectangle here. Opposite sides are equal and opposite sides are par, right? Opposite sides equal and opposite sides par. But here the question wants what? A quadrilateral with one pair of opposite sides par, right? So let's see C, square. The same property as a rectangle. So opposite sides, all sides equal for square, but opposite sides are par. So all sides equal, then opposite sides par. Then let's see for D, trapezium. So trapezium, 90 degrees. That's the distance from this length to the base length, right? All right, so I have here to be A, then here to be B. So you can see that this line is parallel to what? To the baseline, B. So a quadrilateral with one pair, so one pair of opposite sides parallel is called, that's a trapezium. That's a trapezium. So you have a quadrilateral with one pair of opposite sides. Opposite sides. They are opposite. They are opposite to each other, which means what? They face what? Each other. So they are opposite to each other. So with one pair of opposite sides parallel. So that's that. Opposite sides, opposite sides. This one is two pairs. This one too is two pairs. Here, there's no parallel sides here, but here we have one pair of opposite sides. I believe you are enjoying the tutorial section. Kindly do well to subscribe to Massa Tutorials. Okay, let's move on to question 34. All right, so 34. A book was sold for 48 Ghana cedis at a profit of 20%. So at a profit of 20%, find the cost price. So let's see the selling price, which is 48 Ghanaian cedis. Then our profit percent 20. So now how best can we find for the cost price? Right. Now don't forget our cost price is equal to 100 all divided by 100 plus P times our selling price. Okay. So if you use this relation here, cost price is always equal to 100 over 100 plus P times the selling price. So my cost price is equal to 100 all over 100 plus 20 times my selling price, which is 48 Ghana cedis. So now I have the cost price being equal to 100 over 120 times the selling price, which is 48. Zero cancel zero. 12 here 1 into 48. We have 4. 4 to be 4. 4. Then I have my cost price being equal to 10 times 4. So the cost price equals 40 Ghana 6. 40 Ghana 6. Which is very, very simple and very, very trivial. If you want to verify and see whether your answer is correct, you can calculate for the profit percent. And how do you calculate for profit percent? Selling price minus cost price divided by the cost price times 100. Selling price is 48 minus 40 all over cost price is 40 times 100. 48 minus 40 obtain 8 over 40 times 100. 0 cancel 0. 4 here 1 into 8 is 2. 2 times 10 will obtain 20%. So that's how we calculate for the profit percent. So we can see that our option is option B for all. Option B for all. Let's proceed to our last question, which is question 35. So 35, find the vector which translates the point 26254. So this time around, it will tell you that this is the point, this is the image, but you have to move from the question. Now, how do we find for the vector? Or how do we calculate for the image when the vector and the points are given? So image is equal to translation vector plus point, or let's say object. So I have I being equal to TV plus P. Okay. So now I have I being equal to our translation vector is AB plus our P is X. Y. Right. So now let's see. Find the vector which translate the point 26. So 26 is the point. 254. So without 26, we can never obtain 54. So this is the point or the object. So our point which is xy is giving us 26. Then our image, which is let's say x image y image, is giving us 5 4. So how best can we find for the translation vector? We can do change of subject. So we make it translation vector the subject. We send this point to the left hand side, or we subtract both sides by what point, right? So I have image minus p equals tv plus p minus p, so that they cancel out. So I get tv being equal to I minus p. So tv being equal to I is 5 4 minus p, which is 6. So tv must be equal to subtraction of vectors. We subtract the x component, then we subtract the y component. So we get 5 minus 2 3, 4 minus 6 8 2. So hence the translation vector which translate the point 26254 is 3 negative 2. 3 negative 2, which is option C. Option C for cat. Option C for cat. Alright, so we are done with our questions here. So let's meet in our next tutorial section. Thank you.